I've been through enough in life. What can a few comments and all do to me? It gives them a big high now to have us react. Hey, look, मैंने a comment pass किया. देख ना, I'm not a crybaby. I don't throw my toys out of the pram. Hi, this is Arjun Kapoor for Brute. But I realized there's a misconception that got created about me. That I'm very, very grumpy, which I'm not. I have droopy eyes and a deadpan face, and I have sarcasm oozing out of me. So what tends to happen is sarcasm is normally very misunderstood because people rely a lot on expression. Sarcasm is not a very desi thing, if you see. The biggest misconception is that I'm intimidating. I'm not. I'm just a tall, big-built guy. I can't really cut my arms off now, can I? So, yeah, the smile helps, I think. I just make sure I make that 5% extra effort that goes a long way in disarming people and calming them down. Just to put perspective, our Indian cricket team 3 months back won us the World Cup. Unfortunately, there's been some results that have not gone our way, and you see the kind of negativity and scrutiny that comes. It helps you gain perspective here. Agar they are not going to be able to get off the hook after 3 months of delivering perhaps arguably one of the greatest sporting moments in our nation, then our daily negative scrutiny is just something that people now enjoy while they're having their morning coffee. We've allowed it because we also put ourselves more out there because of social media. The world is a far more cruel place any which ways. And negativity does create more eyeballs. You have to still believe in yourself and not let all this affect you. It's not easy, of course, but that's where you need, like I said, an ecosystem to not allow you to get consumed by it. It's not that I've not been consumed by it, but I learned how to walk away from social media. I don't check social media as much as I should be. I also don't let it affect me because I've been through enough life. I mean, what can a few comments and all do to me? If you just look at what I've been through in life from my parents separating at the age of 10 to losing a mother at the age of 24, 25. I mean, my back has been broken. So what are you going to say or do where you've not walked a step in my shoes? So when you fought through that at a very deep-rooted emotional, personal level, you actually become a little forgiving about these guys who just want attention and create noise because they're trying to build their pages and they're trying to build their accounts and they want a few cackles. It gives them a big high now to have us react. Hey, look, मैंने a comment pass किया. देख ना, but they don't realize that's a reflection of them. It's like you get a punch, you get back up and you go back and fight. It's like you're getting punched, you don't let it affect you. You're still in the ring, right? So I, for a long time, was just taking the punches and continuing. I was not really processing and I was not really thinking. My mental, physical, emotional, all sorts of health started suffering. It wasn't easy, obviously. Nobody enjoys suffering and nobody enjoys films not panning out because it's also, we make films with a lot of love and we want them to do well. We're not just phoning it in. Like, people do feel that sometimes and fair enough, because they're paying money, they're allowed to have their opinion. I'm not arguing with that, but set pe shooting karte ho, mehnat karte, kaam karte, so you want to see some dividends. And what happens is a lot of it comes down to, nowadays, a lot of negativity and hostility coming to the fore because those things sell more, right? You need to understand who the real critics are, who the real people are that are trying to indicate to you, listen, you need to do better work or you need to work on yourself, versus people who are just screaming and shouting to get your attention and create and fester negativity. Instead of taking the punches and still standing, I said, okay, I'm just going to take a step back. I'm going to just process this. I'm going to just make sure that I'm aware. And I think it's very important when you're going through this in life, you don't need to isolate yourself. You need to be aware, but you need to also speak about it. And you need to try and figure it out. You have people around you. I did therapy. I still do. And that's not to say that this was the only reason. I think it regulated me in dealing with a lot of things. Even success today, I will be able to deal with better. I'm quite honest and open and vulnerable about most things. So people know quite a lot that I've been through or I'm going through. I think I'm a fighter and I've never given up, and that's a quality that sometimes doesn't come through as an actor because I'm private. There's a lot of perception that I have not created but gets created around the fact that I hail from this industry. I think I'm very, very proud of the fact that I've been able to stand on my 2 feet, make my career, not relied on anyone else to stand up on my own feet and do my own thing. I've lived my successes humbly and I've lived my failures humbly as well. I think it gets a bit lost sometimes with being known as somebody who's, like I said, part of this industry from his childhood. But if you contextualize it, when I made my debut, nobody knew me even one day before my trailer came out. I wasn't something that was splashed around the media as some hyped up star kid making their debut. Today, I get bunched in and generalized in that space, but I actually was an unknown quantity that Aditya Chopra auditioned and believed in. So I don't think it's about what they don't know. I think what happens is it sometimes narratives shift and you get generalized. I think I'm unique. My life story is a bit unique. I would always like people to know the fact that I've hung on and always done my thing. I'm not a crybaby. I don't throw my toys out of the pram. I've never made a big deal. I've taken criticism on the chin from critics. I'm the first person who turned around and said I was going through a bad phase and I gave failures. I'm not delusional. So I think just the way I've dealt with life, it's nice to remind people once in a while that, don't generalize me. I never had self-doubt of my capability. The doubt was, can I get this chance? The kind of opportunities I was getting, I was not able to really push myself. I think this just allowed me to be unhinged. Also the point in my career where I wanted to really rekindle the spark of being on set and doing something drastically different rather than being kosher. I know playing the hero in a mainstream film can be a bit vanilla and it confines you to playing to the gallery because of the character you're playing. This just allowed me that freedom and it was a no-holds-barred, brute, aggressive, unhinged, chaotic man who has only one agenda on mind. So I've never done it to this extreme. So I said, you know what? If I have to, I might as well do it in one of the biggest franchises our country's ever produced and see what comes out of it. So yeah, it turned out to be a good risk. It definitely was a risk. I could have really messed it up, but I didn't. From the audience reaction, it seems like they have really enjoyed me as this unhinged character called Danger Lanka. So I'm happy about that.